Non-surgical cosmetic procedures like Botox and fillers should be better regulated to prevent people who are struggling with their appearance from being exploited. That's one of the recommendations from a Health Committee report into body image, which has looked into the link between how people feel about the way they look and their mental health. Our correspondent Zoe Conway reports.
When you look at Naomi Nicholas-Williams, what do you see?
Yeah, beautiful. I can get all your new tattoos as well.
Photographer Alexandra Cameron sees bravery. Naomi is a model with influence. She has worked with brands like Dove, Adidas and Boots. But her success has not come easy. Growing up, she struggled with how she looked and developed an eating disorder.
And I equated my tallness with being like my bigness. And I was like, okay, well, maybe if I'm smaller, I could appear shorter, and it's all psychological. So it's like what Alex says with the inner dialogue. I really struggled to just understand that my body was okay and that it didn't have to be like the girls in my class. And just because I was taller or bigger, that didn't take away from the essence of who I was. But I couldn't understand that at that age. And it lasted a long time.
She despairs that so many people have a negative view of their body.
After being so uncomfortable with myself for many years, just for me to be like present and okay with who I am, that's all I want. And people have, they like that. So obviously I know that people want to be more like themselves, and I feel like because I am unapologetically myself and I never will change, I think that's what people resonate with.
Images of so-called perfection are all around us. Millions tuned in to Love Island, but of course it's not the first reality show. The Only Way is Essex first blinged its way onto TV 12 years ago. One of its earliest stars, Charlie King. Throughout his life, Charlie has struggled with how his body looks, or what's called body dysmorphia. It drove him to have cosmetic surgery on his nose.
I went on a plastic surgery journey, which I thought was going to be incredible, the making of me, and it was totally the opposite. The surgery didn't go to plan. I've had to wait 2 years to have my nose fixed, and I've had to live with that and that choice. And that's been one of the hardest lessons that I've ever learned, all because I thought I needed to change.
He's grateful for the opportunities that TOWIE gave him, but he's worried about the effect reality TV could be having on young people.
And when you're being bombarded with it, or you don't see diversity or different sorts of bodies being represented, if we're looking at certain reality TV shows, then what? Because that seems to be what sells, that's what's going to get the viewings, that's what's going to get people talking, and ultimately that's what's going to be seen as attractive. That's dangerous.
A new report by the Health Select Committee is concerned about the impact that body images are having on mental health. They want to see labelling of digitally altered commercial pictures and regulation for non-surgical cosmetic procedures within a year.
So I've had filler in my lips, I've had filler in my nose, I've had it at my nose to mouth lines, chin, jawline, I've had filler in my cheeks multiple times.
Every time Kim Booker got filler put in her face, she felt euphoric. But the feeling never lasted. She would spend hours on social media looking at adverts for cosmetic surgery. She once had so much filler in her nose, it came close to collapse. She also wants to see more regulation of cosmetic procedures.
It's really sad. It's really, really sad that I just disliked the way I looked that much at those times. And it's just everywhere you look, and I still have those moments. It's still something that I am, because everywhere you look there's this image of perfection.
She's now in a much happier phase of her life, and she has this message for her younger self.
You are worth more than what you look. You're worth so much more. Sorry. It's just really sad.
In a statement, the government spokesperson said, "We will be introducing a national licensing scheme to ensure people are making informed and safe choices about non-surgical cosmetic procedures. that will build on the existing support we've put in place, from expanding mental health services, including for those with body dysmorphic disorder. Alex Cameron hopes that her photography can help reframe how we view ourselves and each other.
It's so powerful to see a woman like Naomi standing up and saying, I'm amazing, which she is,
I am.
because for too long society in the world, for some reason, told her she wasn't. And that's the shift that needs to happen, the acceptance. And it is happening. The body positivity movement is huge in that, but so much more needs to be done, and people really need to watch themselves online. People need to understand kindness.
Zoe Conway, BBC News.